So after the dating coach,
Mm-hmm.
after you worked for him, you went home to Denmark.
I went home, yeah.
How long were you
And
there, and what did you do?
I was probably there for a month and a half. I think I spent a lot of time being quite sad and quite depressed because I went from having so much certainty, like the amount of certainty I had when working for him was unbelievable. Like
Yeah.
I got a call from my family, which is so funny. Like my parents were concerned for me a little bit, but turns out so was the rest of my family. So they had been talking at birthdays and Christmas and whatnot about what I was doing and whether or not I was part of a cult. Um, so I was on my way to another meditation. The second time I did the same meditation actually as I did in Sweden,
Yeah.
a silent meditation. I was doing it again in Chicago, same organization. And my aunt, I never speak with her. She was like babysitting me when I was a kid. I don't talk to her only on like family get-togethers. I really like her, but I never talk to her. She calls me. She's like, "Can I call you? We're all concerned." I'm like, "Sure, call me." And she's just on the phone trying to convince me, sort of, to stop working with him and sort of to like come back home and
Yeah.
take care of yourself. Don't focus on him. Don't like work for him. Do it for yourself. And I was just like trying to like talk my way out of it. Like I was just like brushing her off,
Yeah.
just telling her what she wanted to hear and just really ignoring her advice completely. And there was zero part of me that had any interest in what she was saying, like literally zero part. I was so confident that I would stay with him for the rest of my life, more or less, to the point where I feel like I was in a jail because I didn't feel like I had other options than to be with him.
Wow.
And so in the meditation, a thought came to my mind, which is what would happen if I left.
Yeah.
And I had all these ideas of what I could do, but I had so much guilt around leaving because in my mind at the time, the most noble purpose I could dedicate myself to was working with him.
Yeah.
And it was sort of like, I guess, self-manipulation I had done to sort of make myself stay a little bit. And all my dreams was attached to being there.
Yeah.
So then that idea sort of grew in the meditation. And by the time I came out of the meditation, I was like ready to talk about that idea with some of my close friends that also knew him. And I called the guy I'm working with now because one of my fears was he'll never speak to me if I leave because people are so loyal to the coach that if other people leave, then they're sort of out of the family. They're like the black sheep. We don't speak to them or anything. And I called him and he said he was also leaving and not coming back. And I was like, holy shit, okay, this is happening. When I came back to Denmark, I just didn't know what to do at all. And I just knew that if I would stay in Denmark without direction or purpose, I would most likely drift back to the old self that I didn't appreciate.
Yeah.
So quickly, I decided to go to Germany to visit a friend that I considered very successful. He was doing YouTube videos and making good money and doing it and so on. And I just knew like, okay, I'm close with him now. I met him through the coach and he's doing really good stuff on his own. And maybe if I work with him, we can figure out something together. So I went to visit him. And then quickly after I decided, okay, I'm going to move to Germany, find a way to make money there, and then see what I can start making my own money and be financially free.